Imagine you could find a place in the world where, with the right choices, your financial life would change at a speed few would believe possible. It seems impossible, doesn't it? But believe me, these places exist, and what we're going to tell you here is a secret that many millionaires have already discovered. Countries where the rules favor growth, taxes are lower, and opportunities are practically thrown into your hands. Why are so many still stuck with the idea that fortune only comes with time and exhaustive effort? The truth is, in certain parts of the world, time works in your favor, and you can achieve what so many want in a fraction of that time. Today, you will discover the seat countries where this magic happens, and best of all, what they don't want you to know. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Imagine yourself in a world where prosperity is within your reach. The journey to wealth is something that many pursue, but few truly understand. The desire to prosper, to achieve financial independence, is present in all of us. But what separates those who get there quickly from those who seem to walk an endless road? The answer often lies not just in willpower, but in the places where we decide to plant our roots and build our success. Some people seem to have a Midas touch, where everything they lay their hands on turns to gold. Will it be luck? Or is there something deeper behind this? In certain countries, wealth flourishes faster. This is no coincidence, but rather the result of a powerful combination of unique opportunities, favorable economic policies, and incentives that seem hidden from the eyes of most. The key is knowing the secrets that make these nations fertile ground for financial growth. Let's explore, together, how these nations provide the perfect environment so that wealth is not just a distant dream, but a tangible reality. And this is not about empty promises. We are talking about real, applicable strategies that have made many foreigners transform their lives in a matter of years, not decades. The path is ahead of you, and the only question left is, are you ready to discover which countries could be your golden ticket? As we delve into this journey, we will understand that there is something special about these nations. It's not just about the economy, it's about mentality, infrastructure, and above all, knowing how to play the game on the right board. What these people know, and what you are about to learn, is something that goes beyond simple rules. Brace yourself, because the true allure of wealth is just ahead. Wealth has a magnetic power. She seduces, intrigues, awakens dormant ambitions. The allure of financial success is not just about money, but about the freedom it promises. It's about being able to say yes when you want and no when necessary. We are all attracted to the idea of achieving something greater, of achieving a life where financial worries are just distant memories. But why do some people seem to achieve this faster than others? The answer is often linked to the mindset we cultivate and the environment we choose to thrive. There are places in the world where the success mentality is practically contagious. In some nations, the desire to prosper is encouraged from an early age, making success a natural consequence of the environment. Countries like Singapore, for example, encourage ambition and entrepreneurship with policies that favor rapid growth. This is no coincidence. When we are in a place where everyone seeks success, we become part of that movement. We absorb that mentality, and, without realizing it, we begin to see opportunities where before we only saw obstacles. The truth is that the way we view money and financial success directly influences our chances of prospering. While in some countries, fear of loss and risk aversion dominate financial decisions, in others, boldness and innovation are rewarded. This contrast in mentalities makes all the difference. Being in the right place, with the right mindset, can be the turning point between an average life and a life of prosperity. And it is this combination that defines the fastest path to success. But make no mistake, wealth is not just a matter of luck or talent. It involves a series of factors, and some countries have the ideal environment to make this fascination with wealth materialize faster than others. If the fascination with success calls to you, know that we are just beginning to understand why some nations make this journey easier than others. And, speaking of which, have you ever wondered what role laws and taxes play in this process? A country's laws and taxes are like the ground where you plant your seed of success. In some places, this soil is fertile, ready to grow your wealth with ease. In others, however, tax and regulatory barriers can stifle even the best ideas. The difference between accelerated success and stagnation often lies in how much the government supports or hinders the entrepreneur's path. Imagine living in a country where a large part of your earnings are eaten up by taxes. The frustration can be enormous, and this is where countries with lighter tax systems shine. In rich countries that facilitate enrichment, there is a common characteristic: smart tax policies. Places like Switzerland and the United Arab Emirates, for example, offer low taxes or even exemptions in certain cases. This type of tax incentive is a magnet for entrepreneurs and investors. Money that would otherwise be lost in heavy taxes can instead be reinvested in new projects, generating more growth. This virtuous cycle is what transforms small fortunes into true financial empires. Furthermore, laws that simplify business opening and reduce bureaucracy make a huge difference. Countries like Singapore allow you to open a business in a matter of days with very few regulatory hurdles. It's as if the government is saying, "Here, we want you to succeed." And when the state collaborates, entrepreneurs have more time and freedom to focus on what really matters: building and expanding their wealth. But, of course, not everything is rosy. There are countries that, despite their attractive tax policies, require planning and knowledge to avoid falling into tax traps. To thrive in these places, you need to understand how to navigate local laws and make the most of the opportunities offered. And the next piece of that puzzle involves understanding where, exactly, those business opportunities are waiting for you. In some countries, business opportunities are practically asking to be discovered. Imagine walking through a land where every idea seems to have the potential to turn into gold. These places, with dynamic economies and constantly expanding sectors, are true refugees for those looking to grow quickly. Countries like the United States and Germany have specific sectors, such as technology and health, that offer unique opportunities for those who arrive with courage and vision. But there are other, less conventional places where luck awaits those who know where to look. For example, developing nations like Vietnam and Indonesia offer fertile ground for those seeking emerging markets. In these countries, demand for innovation and services is still growing, and many entrepreneurs are discovering that it is possible to start small and grow at impressive speed. In places like these, where competition is not yet so saturated, the opportunity to gain a significant share of the market is real. These emerging economies are like gold mines for those who know how to look beyond the obvious. Furthermore, some countries offer extra incentives for those who venture into strategic areas. In Estonia, for example, the government invests heavily in cutting-edge technologies, and digital entrepreneurs find a true paradise to launch their startups. The country has created such a robust business ecosystem that it has been attracting investors and entrepreneurs from all over the world. This combination of incentives, technology, and a supportive environment accelerates the path to financial success. However, finding these opportunities is not just a matter of luck. It is necessary to pay attention to movements in the global economy and identify which sectors and which countries are ready to explode in growth. The path to quick riches begins with a clear vision and the courage to bet where many have not yet bet. And for those who have already discovered the potential, the next step is knowing where to invest and how to make your money grow. And, by the way, where exactly does money grow the fastest? There are places in the world where money seems to have an energy of its own, multiplying faster than anywhere else. These countries have dynamic markets and sectors where growth is so fast that with the right decisions, your investment can explode. Financial markets, such as those in the United States, are clear examples of this. The New York Stock Exchange, for example, has a history of creating millionaires practically overnight. The secret is knowing where and how to invest. The real estate market is also a fertile field for those seeking accelerated growth. In countries like Dubai, luxury real estate has been one of the biggest attractions for international investors. With tax incentives and growing demand, the return on investment can be extraordinary. The same goes for Singapore, where real estate is a veritable gold mine. Another sector that cannot be ignored is technology. Nations like Israel and Estonia are at the forefront of digital innovations and startups. Investing in technology in these countries is like planting a seed in fertile soil, hoping that it will grow and flourish in a short time. And the best? Many of these companies are focused on global solutions, which means the potential for growth goes beyond national borders. The explosion of the technology sector is a phenomenon that, when used well, can change lives. However, it's not just about where to invest, but how to diversify. The key to success is not to put all your eggs in one basket. Taking advantage of different sectors in different countries may be the smartest way to ensure that growth is constant. And while we talk about multiplying wealth, there are countries that do this even faster by attracting foreigners with specific policies. But did you know that there are nations with programs specially designed to enrich foreigners? Let's explore these policies below. Some countries not only open their doors to foreigners, but create a real red carpet for them to quickly settle and prosper. These places understand that by attracting outside talent and investors, they are also cultivating their own economies. Nations like Portugal and Malta, for example, offer special visas for entrepreneurs and investors, facilitating the immigration process. It's as if these countries are saying, "Come build your fortune here, we'll help you." Investment residency programs, such as those offered by Spain and Cyprus, are another example of how certain countries are facilitating the path for foreigners to invest, grow, and prosper. These programs allow you to acquire legal residency and even citizenship in exchange for investments in real estate or business. Imagine the advantage of being able to live, work, and expand your business in a country with tax benefits, a favorable climate, and access to the European market. In addition to visas and residency programs, countries like Singapore have clear policies that encourage foreign entrepreneurship. With a highly developed economy and an advanced financial system, Singapore not only welcomes foreigners with open arms, but offers incentives that make the path to wealth more accessible. There, success is not just a possibility, it is a consequence for those who are willing to take advantage of opportunities. These policies show that often the right country can significantly accelerate your path to financial success. Knowing how to choose a place where the government wants you to prosper can be the key to turning dreams into reality. And speaking of prosperity, economic stability is another crucial factor. Do you know why some countries, even in times of crisis, continue to grow while others collapse? Let's find out below. A country's economic stability is like the foundation of a large building. If this foundation is solid, everything you build on it has a great chance of prospering. This is why many nations that offer the quick path to riches are also recognized for their stable and predictable economies. In countries like Switzerland and Norway, where inflation is controlled and monetary policies are carefully structured, wealth has room to grow safely. This gives investors confidence that even in difficult times, their fortunes are protected. Economic stability is not just about avoiding crises, but about creating an environment where growth is continuous and predictable. Countries like Canada and Australia, for example, have robust economies that resist global fluctuations well. And this predictability is a great attraction for those who want to build wealth without fear of losing everything in an economic collapse. Knowing where to invest, the path to fortune in these countries is paved with solid opportunities and calculated risks. Inflation is also a crucial factor. In countries where it is well managed, money maintains its value, and investments, instead of losing purchasing power, increase. The classic example is Germany, with its strong economy and a currency that is constantly appreciating. This means that anyone who invests in assets or businesses in these countries has the certainty that over time their money will be worth more, not less. An environment like this is essential for those looking to get rich quick. Now, with a solid foundation, economic freedom also plays a vital role. After all, there's no point in a stable economy if the government restricts what you can do with your money. And there are countries that offer more freedom than others, which turns the financial landscape into a fertile field for success. Let's explore below how economic freedom can further accelerate your path to wealth. Economic freedom is one of the biggest drivers of wealth. When a country offers few regulations and less government interference, the terrain becomes ideal for entrepreneurs to flourish. Imagine living in a place where you can open a business quickly, without having to deal with mountains of bureaucracy or long legal processes. Countries like Hong Kong and New Zealand are perfect examples of how economic freedom can create an enabling environment for financial growth. In these nations, the government understands that less control means more innovation, and more innovation means more prosperity. The advantage of operating in a free economy is that you can grow your business without the barriers that stifle growth elsewhere. Countries like Estonia, for example, offer digitalization of processes that allows entrepreneurs to open companies in minutes, all online. And this not only saves time, but also maximizes opportunities. Fewer bureaucratic obstacles mean more time to invest in ideas. And in an environment where the government encourages this type of freedom, the chances of getting rich quickly increase dramatically. The impact of economic freedom is also reflected in investments. In countries with open markets, like the United States, it is possible to invest in a huge variety of sectors, from technology to agribusiness, without the constraints that exist in more controlled economies. This freedom creates a space where financial growth can be accelerated, allowing investors to expand their portfolios in a more dynamic and secure way. The result? More wealth in less time. And when we talk about accelerating growth, one factor that cannot be ignored is encouraging innovation. Countries that encourage startups and new ideas are cradles of fortunes. And this is the next point of our journey: how nations that invest in technological innovation are creating millionaires overnight. Let's find out how the startup miracle is transforming lives below. The world of startups is a land where ideas turn into billions overnight. For those looking to get rich quick, countries that encourage innovation are true paradises. Places like Israel and the United States are at the top of the list when it comes to creating and accelerating startups. In these countries, it is not uncommon to see young, previously anonymous entrepreneurs become world-famous figures in a matter of months. This miracle is possible because these nations offer an ideal ecosystem for innovation to flourish. Israel, known as the startup nation, is one of the best examples. The government invests heavily in technology, science, and innovation, creating a favorable environment for any innovative idea to be transformed into a successful company. The cybersecurity sector, for example, has been a goldmine for many entrepreneurs who manage in a short time to sell their startups for impressive values. The secret lies in encouraging calculated risk and in the structure that supports the growth of these companies from the beginning. Another example is Silicon Valley in the United States, where many of the world's greatest fortunes were built in a matter of a few years. There, it is not just the ideas that move the market, but the ease of access to investors and risk capital. Companies like Google, Facebook, and Uber started as small startups and are now global giants. The innovative spirit and business support structure in these countries create the perfect scenario for wealth to multiply quickly. The miracle of startups is not exclusive to a privileged few. Anyone with a disruptive idea, combined with a favorable environment, can benefit from this phenomenon. And this is exactly what makes these countries such attractive places for those who dream of achieving financial independence in record time. But it's not just startups that make money spin in certain nations. In some places, tourism is the get-rich-quick gold mine. Let's explore how this happens next. Tourism is an industry that transforms cities and entire countries, generating fortunes in record time. Places that were previously little visited have become world-class tourist destinations, creating a constant source of wealth for local and foreign business people. Nations like Thailand and the United Arab Emirates, for example, knew how to capitalize on this strength and transformed tourism into a gold mine. Dubai, which was basically a desert a few decades ago, is now one of the most luxurious destinations in the world, where investments in the hotel and entertainment sector have generated billions. In the Caribbean, tourism is the main driver of many economies. Countries like the Bahamas and Jamaica attract millions of tourists annually, and business people who were able to spot this trend early profited immensely from resorts, restaurants, and tourism-related services. But the real secret is not just attracting visitors, but creating a unique experience that keeps them coming back. Those who invest in innovation and luxury in the tourism sector can get rich quickly, taking advantage of the constant flow of tourists. Another clear example is the case of Portugal, which has reinvented itself as an excellent tourist destination in recent years. The real estate sector, especially in Lisbon and the Algarve, has exploded with the arrival of tourists and foreign investors looking not only for a vacation, but also the possibility of having a second home in a country with an incredible climate and affordable cost of living. Portugal has created a perfect synergy between tourism and business, and many foreigners have found golden opportunities in this sector. Tourism is not just a source of seasonal income. For the right investors, it is an opportunity to build a solid foundation of constant enrichment. But to make the most of these opportunities, you need more than just money. A mindset of work and productivity is necessary. And speaking of mentality, how does work culture influence success in certain countries? A country's work culture can be the deciding factor between success and failure for those looking to get rich quick. In some places, the mindset is one of collective effort and maximum productivity, while in others, traditions and a slower pace can hinder growth. Countries like Japan and Germany are known worldwide for their strict, results-oriented work ethic. In Japan, for example, the concept of Kaizen, continuous improvement, is applied to all aspects of professional life, and this dedication to daily improvement creates a fertile environment for innovation and success. Germany, with its punctuality and efficiency, follows a similar pattern. The country is one of the largest industrial centers in the world, and this is only possible because the Germans approach work seriously and with commitment. There, the value of work is so intrinsic to society that even foreigners who settle in the country quickly adapt to this mentality. And the result is clear. Those who work in an environment with this culture see success flourish faster because systems and processes are designed to maximize efficiency and productivity. However, it's not just about working harder, it's about working smart. Countries like the United States stand out for their mentality focused on networking and innovation, where work is not just about physical or mental effort, but also about who you know and how you use these contacts. In many American cities like New York, success depends as much on your network as it does on your technical skill. This focus on networking creates an environment where unexpected opportunities constantly arise. The work culture in a country shapes the chances of those who live and invest there. But beyond mindset, technology also plays a crucial role in accelerating success. And in the next topic, we'll look at how nations at the forefront of the digital revolution are creating millionaires in record time. We live in an era where technology is the main driving force behind getting rich quick. Countries at the forefront of the digital revolution are creating perfect environments for innovative ideas to flourish and turn into fortunes in record time. Nations like the United States, with its Silicon Valley, and China, with its meteoric rise in technology and artificial intelligence, are perfect examples of how technological advancement can be the key to financial success. In these places, those who invest in innovation can find themselves at the top of the market in a matter of months. The explosive growth of technology companies in Israel, for example, is a testament to how a supportive environment can transform ideas into true global powerhouses. Known as the Startup Nation, Israel specializes in sectors such as cybersecurity and medical technology, creating fertile ground for those wanting to invest in high-impact, quick-return businesses. Investing in technology companies in these countries is not just an opportunity, it is practically a formula for success. Another country that stands out on the global stage is Estonia, with its impressive digitalization of public and private services. There, entrepreneurs can open companies and carry out financial operations completely online, quickly and efficiently. This technological environment provides agility for entrepreneurs and investors, eliminating bureaucratic barriers and creating an atmosphere where technological innovation is encouraged. This is the kind of place where time is your greatest ally and growth is accelerated by efficiency. The digital revolution is redefining the concept of enrichment, and those who strategically position themselves in countries that are leading this race have a unique advantage. But there is another type of country that favors the multiplication of wealth in an almost invisible way: tax havens. And that's what we're going to explore in the next topic. For those looking to multiply and protect their wealth quickly and strategically, tax havens are one of the most attractive options. These countries offer extremely favorable conditions for investors and entrepreneurs, allowing their fortunes to grow without the burden of crushing taxes. Places like Monaco, the Cayman Islands, and Switzerland are synonymous with financial havens, where large sums of money can be moved with privacy and discretion. These tax havens are not just for millionaires. Many medium-sized business owners also take advantage of the advantages they offer. What makes a tax haven so attractive is the combination of very low or non-existent taxes, combined with a highly secretive banking system. In Switzerland, for example, bank accounts are protected by strict confidentiality laws, which makes the country one of the preferred destinations for those who want to preserve and grow their wealth safely. These countries offer investors the peace of mind of knowing that their money is protected, free from major taxes, allowing it to grow quickly. But tax havens are not just about storing money. They also provide a conducive environment for those who want to invest in global assets. Many multinationals structure their operations in these countries to optimize their profits and minimize costs. The Cayman Islands, for example, are a strategic point for investment funds that manage trillions of dollars in assets around the world. For those who are aware of global opportunities, investing from within a tax haven could be the secret to multiplying your fortune. However, care is needed. Although the benefits are clear, there are risks and pitfalls for those who are not familiar with the legal nuances of these countries. Planning is essential to ensure that you make the most of the advantages offered without running the risk of falling into legal problems. And speaking of financial innovations, a new phenomenon is gaining strength in some countries: cryptocurrencies. Let's see how this is transforming wealth creation in the next topic. Cryptocurrencies are revolutionizing the way we think about money and investments, and some countries have caught on to this faster than others. Nations like El Salvador and Malta have embraced the financial future, creating policies that favor the use and development of cryptocurrencies. El Salvador, for example, became the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as its official currency, creating an innovative and bold environment for investors who see cryptos as a unique opportunity to get rich quickly. This decision places the country at the forefront of the digital economy. Other countries, such as Switzerland, are also standing out in the cryptocurrency scene, especially in cities like Zug, known as the Crypto Valley. This region offers a favorable and safe regulatory environment for companies and investors who want to explore the world of cryptos. The combination of government incentives and solid technological infrastructure makes these places a true paradise for those who want to invest or develop projects in the world of cryptocurrencies. In such a volatile market, these nations offer the necessary support to minimize risks and maximize gains. Cryptocurrencies are not just a passing trend, they represent a structural change in the global economy. Countries like Singapore and Japan are investing heavily in clear regulation and digital infrastructure to ensure the crypto market continues to grow. Not only does this make everyday use of these currencies easier, it also attracts financial technology companies that want to be on the front lines of this revolution. For attentive investors, the profit potential in this market is enormous, especially in countries that are supporting and developing the industry. The future of finance is being shaped now, and those who step up in nations that embrace this revolution will be ahead in the race for wealth. But as digital technology advances, there is one thing that never loses its value: natural resources. And it is about these countries, rich in oil, minerals, and other natural wealth, that we will talk about next. There are countries where true fortune is beneath your feet, literally. The wealth in these places comes not from technological innovation or financial markets, but from the land itself. Countries rich in oil, minerals, and other natural resources have attracted investors for decades and continue to be some of the most lucrative destinations for those seeking to get rich quick. Nations like Saudi Arabia and Russia, with their vast reserves of oil and natural gas, are clear examples of how natural resources can be the foundation of a prosperous economy and a golden opportunity for foreign investors. On the African continent, countries such as South Africa and the Democratic Republic of Congo are rich in precious minerals such as gold and diamonds. Investing in extracting these resources can be highly profitable as long as you understand the terrain and political complexities involved. These resources are extremely valued in global markets, and those who know how to position themselves in these countries can see their fortunes grow as the demand for these products increases. The secret is knowing how and when to enter the market. In addition to minerals, the agricultural sector also represents an immense opportunity in some regions. Countries like Brazil and Argentina have fertile land and an expanding agricultural market, making them major global food exporters. For those looking to invest in agricultural commodities, these countries offer a scenario of constant growth, with governments that encourage exports and the development of the sector. Here, wealth comes from the ground, literally, and it can be an excellent way to diversify your investments. These countries show that in a global economy, demand for natural resources never disappears. And while the Earth continues to generate wealth, the digital world offers new ways to create fortunes. With the advent of social networks, digital influencers have emerged as new millionaire celebrities in various parts of the world. Social networks have revolutionized the way people make money and connect with the world, creating millionaires at an impressive speed. In countries like the United States and Brazil, Digital influencers are at the top of the list of the new rich, using platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok to build true empires. The power to influence millions of people with a click has become a highly profitable form of business, and anyone who knows how to create an authentic presence and engage their audience can turn likes into a considerable fortune. In the United States, for example, names like Logan Paul and Mr. Beast have managed to transform digital entertainment into a money-making machine. The secret is not just in creating content, but in the ability to monetize this audience with partnerships, products, and advertising. Furthermore, the global reach of these platforms allows digital influencers to have a strong presence in several countries, expanding their revenue opportunities. This is one of the fastest and most modern ways to achieve financial success. Another clear example is Brazil, where influencers like Whindersson Nunes and Felipe Neto gained millions of followers, and, along with them, million-dollar contracts with brands and companies. The country stands out for the number of active users on social networks, and this creates a fertile environment for those who want to create a digital career. The interesting thing about this business model is that it does not require large initial investments, just creativity, consistency, and the ability to connect with the public. For those just starting out or already in this digital world, the key is to diversify your sources of income, whether through advertising, selling products, or creating exclusive content. Social networks have opened doors to a new type of entrepreneurship, where authenticity and innovation are as valuable as any other product. And, speaking of education, countries that invest in knowledge and training are also creating new opportunities for those seeking to get rich. Let's see how this happens in the next topic. Education is the key that opens doors to enrichment, especially in countries that invest heavily in the development of knowledge. Places like Finland, Canada, and South Korea are examples of nations that understand the transformative power of education. In these countries, access to quality education is not just a privilege, but a right, and this creates an environment conducive to professional and financial growth. After all, with the right knowledge, opportunities arise more clearly, and the chances of success increase considerably. In Finland, for example, the education system is designed to develop not only technical skills, but also critical thinking and creativity. This allows people to find innovative solutions to global problems, which in turn paves the way for creating prosperous and profitable businesses. What makes this model so effective is the emphasis on preparing people for the real world, where knowledge is the main tool for achieving financial success. Canada, another giant in the educational field, offers a powerful combination of quality education and a highly developed job market. Canadian universities are among the best in the world, and the country is known for attracting students and qualified professionals from all over. For those who want to get rich, access to this excellent education is one of the first steps towards building a solid career and, eventually, creating their own company or investing in emerging sectors. But it's not just about attending school or university. Countries like South Korea encourage a culture of continuous learning, where education goes beyond the classroom and extends throughout life. Constant training in areas such as technology, business, and innovation is what allows many South Koreans to prosper in one of the most competitive markets in the world. And, while some countries invest in the mind, others focus on health and quality of life as drivers of financial success. Health and quality of life are two fundamental pillars for financial success. After all, what's the point of accumulating wealth if you don't have the health to enjoy it? Countries like Sweden and Norway are perfect examples of nations that understand the importance of providing a healthy life for their citizens. With high-quality healthcare systems and a focus on quality of life, these nations create an environment where physical and mental well-being are prioritized, allowing people to thrive without the burden of health concerns. In Sweden, work-life balance is taken very seriously. With flexible working hours and policies that encourage time off, Swedes have the freedom to maintain their careers at a high level without sacrificing their health or well-being. This makes the country one of the most productive in the world, as healthy and happy workers are inevitably more efficient and innovative. This balance creates the perfect conditions for businesses to prosper and wealth to accumulate sustainably. Another example is New Zealand, where quality of life is a national priority. The country offers an enviable combination of exuberant nature, low crime rates, and an accessible and efficient healthcare system. These factors not only attract foreigners looking for a new lifestyle, but also create an environment conducive to business development. Investors and entrepreneurs who move to New Zealand often highlight how a healthy lifestyle increases their productivity and, consequently, their financial gains. The truth is that health and wealth go together. Being in an environment that values quality of life not only improves well-being, but also directly influences professional and financial success. And, for those looking to get rich, living in a country that balances these spheres is essential. The next piece of this equation involves the real estate market, one of the most traditional and profitable sectors for those who want to accumulate wealth. The real estate market is one of the safest and most traditional paths for those looking to get rich, and in certain countries, it offers a golden opportunity to multiply your wealth quickly. Countries like the United States and the United Kingdom are classic examples where the real estate sector has become a true engine of wealth creation. In cities like New York and London, the value of real estate continues to grow, and anyone who knows how to invest strategically can see their capital multiply in a matter of years or even months, depending on demand and location. In the United States, especially in dynamic cities like Miami and Los Angeles, the luxury market is a goldmine for investors. Population growth and the constant demand for high-end properties create an environment where property prices only tend to rise. Investing in areas like these can be the decisive step towards building a fortune, especially with the increase in foreigners buying properties as a way of diversifying their wealth and seeking financial security. Another country that stands out is Portugal. In recent years, the real estate sector in cities such as Lisbon and Porto has exploded, largely due to the increase in tourism and programs such as the Golden Visa, which attracts international investors. Those who invested in the Portuguese real estate market a few years ago saw property prices soar, generating considerable profits in a short time. For those looking for a solid and stable way to invest, the real estate market in rich countries remains one of the safest bets. Additionally, real estate offers a unique advantage. It generates passive income. Whether through rental or resale, investing in properties not only preserves your capital, but grows it over time. And while we talk about hidden opportunities, there are emerging countries that are not yet on the radar of many, but that can offer surprising returns. While many investors focus on the world's large financial centers, there are emerging countries, still little explored, where opportunities are beginning to shine. Places like Vietnam, the Philippines, and Colombia are emerging as rising economies, with markets that promise exponential growth. These countries, still off the radar of most traditional investors, offer much lower entry costs and surprising return potential. For those willing to explore new frontiers, these emerging markets are like gold mines waiting to be discovered. Vietnam, for example, is consolidating itself as one of the largest industrial hubs in Southeast Asia. With the accelerated growth of technological and textile production, the country has attracted a significant amount of foreign investment. Global companies are moving their factories to Vietnam, taking advantage of low operating costs and a government friendly to foreign investment. Anyone who knows how to take advantage of this rising tide will be able to see a very quick financial return. In Latin America, Colombia has stood out as a destination for entrepreneurs and investors looking for new horizons. The economy is growing, with a focus on technology, tourism, and agriculture. Furthermore, the Colombian government has strived to improve the business environment, which makes the country increasingly attractive to foreigners looking to invest in emerging markets. The cost of entry is still affordable, but the opportunities for growth are enormous. The real secret to taking advantage of these hidden opportunities is to be ahead of the curve. Those who invest early in emerging markets can guarantee a much higher return when these countries finally reach their peak. The risk exists, but for those willing to bet on places few know about, the reward can be surprising. Even in countries where enrichment opportunities are abundant, not everyone makes it to the top. There are traps, often invisible, that can delay or even destroy the dreams of those who want to prosper quickly. One of the most common is the lack of knowledge of the cultural and legal nuances of the country where you intend to invest. What may work in one country may be an absolute failure in another. Countries like China and Russia, for example, require a thorough understanding of their local rules to avoid potentially costly legal or regulatory problems. Another common mistake is overconfidence, especially underestimating the risks associated with certain investments. In emerging markets, like those we mentioned earlier, the potential for growth is high, but economic and political fluctuations can also be large. Investing without a contingency plan or without diversifying your sources of income is a recipe for disaster. It is not uncommon to see investors who put all their money into a single business or market and, faced with an unexpected crisis, lose everything. Lack of tax planning is also a trap that many fall into when trying to get rich quick. Countries that offer tax incentives may seem like an entrepreneur's dream, but without proper tax planning, the costs can add up quickly. Cities like London, for example, are famous for their high living costs and capital gains taxes. Anyone who doesn't know how to prepare for these expenses could end up seeing their profits evaporate faster than they imagine. Finally, there is the error of ignoring local context. Many entrepreneurs and investors fail because they do not understand the needs and preferences of the local market. What works in New York may not work in Bangkok. The secret to avoiding these pitfalls is research, planning, and patience. Now that we know what to avoid, it's time to look to the future and discover which country will be your next enrichment destination. Now that you know the secrets of countries where enrichment can happen in record time, the question remains, what will be your golden ticket? Each nation has its unique advantages, from tax havens to technology hubs, and the right choice can make all the difference on your path to prosperity. The important thing is knowing how to align your profile and ambitions with the right environment. Opportunities abound, but the first step is always the most important: deciding where to plant your financial roots. Maybe you find yourself taking advantage of the startup dynamism in Israel, or perhaps exploring the luxury real estate markets in Dubai. The path to financial success may lie in an unexpected sector, like tourism in Thailand or cryptocurrencies in Malta. Each country we explore has something special to offer, and the right destination for you depends on your vision and how much you're willing to risk to reap the rewards. The world is full of opportunities for those who have the courage to explore them. But don't forget, getting rich quick isn't about speed, it's about strategy. Knowing where to invest your time, energy, and capital is the key to turning dreams into reality. And now you are armed with the knowledge to make that choice with confidence. The path is in front of you. It's up to you to decide what the next destination on your financial journey will be, and start walking this road with focus and determination. Now, the big question: are you ready to act? The world is waiting for those who dare. Get ready to launch yourself towards your golden ticket and transform everything you've learned into a prosperous financial reality. And speaking of which, Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Knowledge continues to flow here, and you won't want to miss out on the next opportunities that could change your life.
Hey explorers, if you love discovering the amazing curiosities and stories we share here on Exploring Nations, how about supporting the channel with just $1? This small gesture can make a big difference and is essential to keep this content going. Without your support, our journey might be cut short. And there's more. When you shop on Amazon, use our special link. It costs you nothing extra, plus you get an exclusive discount and it helps us out a lot. The links for donations and Amazon are pinned in the first comment. Don't let this adventure stop, we're counting on you. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and drop us a comment.